There you go. Okay, it's 6:30. This is Tuesday, July 22nd. This is the City of Watseka Full City Council. And can I have a roll call, please?
Bro, Mensch,
Here.
Garfield,
Here.
Rolfs, here, Peterson,
Here.
Miller, here, Pence, DeWitt,
Here.
6 present.
And could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I see we have some public here. If you'd like to take the podium to speak, you may.
My name is Larry Haspark, and I live here in Watseka on Heron Court. And I'm here to represent the families from Heron Court. You recently hauled 40-plus loads of dirt into the gully just west of Heron Court. That's a flood zone. Your statement's going to be that you took it from a flood zone, but in reality, you took it from a stockpile that you created. I saw the stockpile. That dirt came from all over Watseka, including when you had to repair sewers. And it smells like shit when you get close to it. I believe the dirt should be tested for contamination. The more marbles you put in an aquarium, the less water it will hold. And you just put a lot of marbles in that gully. It will, in effect, that water will take less water to flood Heron Court. If that pipe was not buried deep enough, the people who installed it should have been made to come back and install it correctly. You must have had a contract with specifications. All they had to do is live up to the contract. Also, you need a variance to haul dirt from FEMA, variance to haul dirt into a flood zone. That variance has to be filed at the courthouse. I don't believe you have a variance, and I'm going to go check at the courthouse. There was a hole where 2 pipes had pulled apart, and your people didn't repair it, and there was a sinkhole there. They just filled it with dirt. I followed the truck to the dump where you took the dirt from. It was from a high spot where you'd made your stockpile, not down low in a flood zone. So you took the dirt from a high spot and you filled in a low spot. I'd like to know if the city council approved this or was it just a decision the mayor made on his own. So my next stop's going to be at the health department because I'm going to request that dirt be checked for contamination the way it stinks. And then I'm going to stop and check and see if that variance was filed at the courthouse. And just a little parting statement, that dirt did not come from a flood zone. It came from a stockpile you created on the end of the dump.
Okay, any other comment?
Yeah, I would. I looked on FEMA.gov just to do a little research, and what I found on FEMA.gov, it says that any project in a floodway must be reviewed to determine if the project will increase flood heights. An engineering analysis must be conducted before a permit can be issued. The community's permit file must have a record of the results of this analysis, which can be in the form of a no-rise certification. This no-rise certification must be supported by technical data and signed by a registered professional engineer. The supporting technical data should be based on standard step backwater computer model used to develop the 100-year floodway, shown on the flood insurance rate map or flood boundary and floodway map. So I'm curious if a no-rise certification was done and signed by a registered professional engineer.
Okay.
And then also, I did found some other information. This was in the quick guide put out by the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. And it's page 5 says that the floodway is a channel of a river or other water course and the adjacent land areas that must be reserved in order to pass the base flood without increasing the water surface elevation more than a designated height. Computer models, back to computer models, of the floodplain are used to simulate encroachment or fill in the flood fringe in order to predict where and how much the base flood elevation would increase if floodplain is allowed to be filled. In Illinois, the floodway boundary is drawn where the computer model indicates that the water surface will increase 0.1 foot due to the simulated encroachment. And then on page 21, it says for floodway proposals, before a local floodplain permit can be issued, a state of Illinois joint permit must be obtained. You may need a qualified engineer to make sure your proposed project won't increase flooding on all others. So there we go again, about bringing in fill, and it won't increase flooding on others. And then it just had some maps. And so I just wanted to present this information and ask if indeed a no-rise certification was done by a qualified registered engineer and signed to bring that fill in that you brought in. Thank you.
Ma'am, may we have your name for the record, please?
Barb Manis. Thank you.
Okay, any other public comment? I think we're going to address these issues during our public works here on the agenda. So what you just discussed is going to be addressed shortly. Normally we can't make any comments back in public comment, so we're going to make comments back to you in the public works part of the agenda.
We can sit in on that?
Absolutely. No, we're asking you to stay, because we have our Public Works Director here and our city engineer here that will answer your questions and your comments.
We'll be able to ask more questions.
Sure. All right. Well, actually, no. The public comments have to be done now during public comment. So if you have any more public comments, now's the time to do it.
If I could please.
Sure, absolutely.
My name's Jody Billings. I live on Heron Court as well with all the rest of these good neighbors of mine. I'm not gonna give you any facts. I'm gonna just give you the humanitarian, community, personal side of this. I've lived here for 65 years. I grew up on Park Avenue. If any of you up there are familiar, most of Park Avenue's gone now because of flooding. Park Avenue always flooded. We understood that. We were prepared for it. But as the years have gone by, with all of the different things that have gone on throughout town that were allowed to build, whether it was before FEMA came in here or not, have kind of hurt those neighborhoods, Heron Court, Park Avenue, over the years, quite a few years. So I guess I just wonder how these decisions can be made, and hopefully we'll be able to understand that you have proof that you've done your homework on this, so that when the next flood comes, instead of just mud coming into our crawl spaces in our homes, because there's still a lot of homes down there that are on the ground, and they'll have water in them next. And there's somebody on the board here that would be affected by that. So just a thought that it's going to be nasty next time to clean up. And I'm just concerned for our community and our area down there. Thanks.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll say something really quick, if that's all right.
sure.
I don't know if it'll ease any of your guys' minds. I kind of planned on being here.
We need your name.
Oh, Tanner Cahill. Sorry, Don. I kind of was planning on coming here as well to kind of speak with you guys, and didn't really know too much about it. I personally went out there to we probed the pipe and stuff today, just to curious how high or how low the pipe was below the ground previously, and we just took over the ownership of the property. There was hardly any cover on that pipe, hardly any at all. If that pipe were to float out of the ground or break during a flood, we would all be getting a lot more water than what we're getting by covering it. We're getting that water. I'm not saying that, you know, we need to fill dirt in or push water out or anything like that. I do think they're trying to do the right thing to cover it. You know, I agree with you guys as well that, you know, proper things need to be done in order to make sure that they could do that first. Totally understand that, so I'm with them on that, but I think that Lauren's a very bright guy. I wouldn't think he would do anything to purposely try to, and it's not gonna be dirt, it's not gonna be mud going in any more than a regular flood would be. You know, there'll be grass on it. What's that? Not directly behind the house. I'm just speaking for the section where the pipes were, you know, where the pipe was barely below the ground, which that instance that's back from when IPC put it in, you know, that's nothing that's a long time ago. It's done and passed. It needs fixed now.
Should have been
Yeah.
repaired by ITC.
From
Put it
the
in there, put
start,
in
it should have
wrong,
been.
should repair it.
Yeah,
That
totally
should-
agree.
That dirt should be taken out of there. That should have been the procedure.
To repair what?
Repair that pipe. If it's not deep enough, they come in and put it in as deep as it's supposed to be.
Well, there's instances for that, but yeah, it's got to flow. There's a reason
Gotta
that
have a contract with specifications how that
Yeah.
pipe was supposed to be installed.
there is, and there
If it
was.
didn't meet the contract,
You
then
guys
gotta
can't
be-
be having a conversation. The
Okay,
public
all right.
participation is to address the city
Okay, I'm
council.
done. They were all here, and I just wanted to tell them that partially agree. I'm partially with you guys, but I also partially agree that it did need it done, and I think we'd be in trouble if the pipe came out of the ground again. So, but yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if that wasn't how I was supposed to do it.
That's all right.
Thanks,
And
Tanner.
I'm gonna run. Sorry. Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Tanner.
Tim Billings, I'm also on Heron Court. I just got a question. I don't know why.
Sir, you have to address us, not them.
Oh, okay, all right. No, I've worked with some engineers before, and I just wanted to know why it wasn't a waterway cut through there instead of a buried pipe that now has to have a big footprint on top of it. It could have been hydro-seeded or rip-wrapped, and the water wouldn't come up so fast. On top of all the other footprints around town, raising parking lots, extending parking lots into flood zones with asphalt grindings and whatnot, and then capping them off with road mix. There's been footprints all over town. And then there's, mounds of stored asphalt grinding sitting around, which is a major footprint. And that's all well and good, but maybe when they start answering our questions, they could say, why they didn't just cut a waterway and hydro-seed it or rip-wrap it. That's all.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
thank you. Okay, any other public comment? Now's the time. Okay. Like I said, we will address those issues in Public Works coming up. All right, if no more, we'll go on to the next item. Public hearing on the ordinance providing for the budget and appropriations for the general corporation for the fiscal year May 1st, 2025, ending April 30th, 2026, for the city of Watseka, Iroquois County, Illinois. Do you want to address any of this, Joe?
Yeah, so we'll open the public hearing on the ordinance for the appropriation for the FY 26 fiscal year. Notice of the hearing was published in the newspaper. The ordinance has been on file for the required number of days with the city clerk. Are there any questions regarding the ordinance from the public? Any questions from the city council? With that, we'll close the public hearing and move on to the next item.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Next item, I need a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from June 24th.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Garfield,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, thank you. We have two ordinances that come up for approval. Ordinance number 1, ordinance number 2754. This is for the budget and appropriations to for the general corporation. Again, May 1st, 2025, ending April 30th, 2026. And ordinance number 2755 is for the purchase of real estate property known as 1215 West Sugar Creek Court, Watseka, Illinois. I need a motion and a second for those two ordinances.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Ross? Aye. DeWitt?
Aye.
Garfield?
Aye.
Miller?
Aye.
Peterson?
Yes.
Mensch?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay. And next is the consent agenda for the same two ordinances.
Do we need to do it
Well, no, you set the consent agenda with that. Now you just need to approve them.
Okay,
Approve the ordinances.
so I need a motion and a second to approve the two ordinances.
Shall move.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Peterson?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Garfield?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Mensch?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Motion carried.
Thank you. Next item, finance, legal, and audit. We had a large claims amount because we have some big projects going on. And we have to pay for these ahead of time because they involve the grant and the TIF. So we have a claims amount of $1,134,796.26. Some of that breakdown is IPC, $522,663.66 for the Martin Avenue extension. Also, $120,000 is for the OSLID grant over here at Lakeview Park. It's also a part of the grant, a different grant. And then third item is the Muller property for $90,196. So I need a motion and a second to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Garfield?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Mensch?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And those dollars will come back from the grant and from the TIF later, but we got to pay for them ahead of time. Next is accept and place on file the June Treasurers Report.
Shall move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Miller?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Mensch?
Yes.
Garfield?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Motion carried.
Approve the balanced budget for the fiscal year budget 2025 through 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Peterson?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. DeWitt?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Garfield?
Yes.
Mensch?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, that is it for legal, finance, legal, and audit. You're Don, you're
Okay, Public Works and wastewater. First thing on that is to ratify the Public Works laborers contract for Local 751. We all have a copy of that and read it over. I will make that motion. I need a second.
Second.
roll call, please.
Yeah.
Mensch?
Yes.
Garfield?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Peterson?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, the second one on that agenda is Mark Clifton, a $2 pay raise for receiving his CDL license. And that will be effective 5/1/25. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Mensch?
Yes.
Garfield?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Peterson?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Roll call. Motion carried.
Next one is Justin Posey, the same $2 an hour increase for receiving his CDL license, and that also be effective 5/1/25.
Shall move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Garfield?
Yes.
Peterson?
Yes.
DeWitt?
Yes.
Rolfs? Yes. Miller?
Yes.
Mensch?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, the next one on our list here is South Second Street. We're proposing to design to replace the water main. It will start at Jackson Street, which is clear down towards the far end of Second Street, proceed up to Cherry Street, and then over on Cherry Street to Third. The design work will be from Robinson Engineering for $115,500. And I'll make that motion.
I will make a motion that that's gonna be paid through by TIF.
Mayor, you can't make a motion.
Oh, sorry. I comment?
We can make a comment, yeah.
Sorry, comment, sorry.
I noted it, Mayor Scott, you're still good with
Sorry.
making the second motion, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, roll call, we ready?
Yes.
Ross. Aye. DeWitt.
Yes.
Garfield.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Charlie?
No, public comment.
Yeah.
Let's address the public comment now.
Oh, it's not on here.
No, it's not on there, but we're gonna address it now.
I also want to comment on the Second Street Water Main project. That 115 is a total, includes the 62,000 we approved last year for a portion of that. So it's all in for 115 now. It's not including the 62,000.
Okay,
So everybody's clear on that.
thank you.
So I'll address the Heron Court situation. So
To make-
I hope all the residents on Heron Court recognize that the city's been trying to make improvements there for several years. I mean, the year I started, they, curb, gutters, storm sewers, things like that. Unfortunately, the storm sewer you guys are you have concerns on, I inherited that project and problem as well. That was done the year prior to me starting with the city. I'm not gonna disagree with you, a swale versus a tile. Had that been my project, that's the route I would have gone myself. But again, I inherited this project. I couldn't remove $300,000 worth of work to cut in a swale because at that point, it's money thrown away. So, I'm not gonna disagree with you, sir. I've been working with engineering most of my life, and I completely agree. A swale can flow water way better than a tile will ever. But there's been some issues with that, and again, that was put in before I had started, so there was no going back on IPC. You can only warranty work for so long. Unfortunately, warranty had expired long prior to that pipe coming out of ground and discovering that there was not enough fill on that pipe. Most of that pipe had a foot or less of dirt on top of it. I provided some documentation to you guys from engineering. The manufacturer's spec on that pipe recommends at least 33 inches of cover on it. So with 12 inches or less, that's why we had 20-foot section completely come out of ground and float down that swale a couple, 300 or 400 feet. I mean, I think you guys all witnessed that. Unfortunately, the weather was bad. We couldn't get out there to repair it, so we lost a lot of dirt. We had a crater in the ground. We lost a lot of soil. Dirt had to be hauled back in to replace that. So that is a 48-inch tile that is 2,000 feet long. So I can have Keith calculate, or I can calculate it. I didn't do that before the meeting because I didn't have time. If you excavate a 4-foot hole for 2,000 feet, you're gonna have more dirt than a foot to go back on top of it. And that's just simple common sense. So where did all that dirt go that was dug out when they put that pipe in? Obviously, it had been hauled out.
It went back over top of the
Then you
pipe.
would have you would have 4-foot
You're
cover.
making that up. None of that dirt was lost. None of it.
You would have a 4-foot cover over that if you dug a hole 4 foot deep.
Nobody hauled any dirt away.
No dirt was hauled
Nobody
out.
Went back over. You're making up a story now.
Okay. Again,
Trying to cover your butt. That's all you're trying to do.
excuse me? No, I'm not. I'm
Very-
going off of what I'm
there's-
seeing out
Okay,
there.
there's no more public comment during this time. He is explaining to you,
Lies.
Okay.
he is explaining to you that, Larry, you've already said your piece. Now, we're gonna tell you what our version of it is and how we took care of the problem and are taking care of the problem. No more public comment.
So, again, I believe dirt had to have been hauled out. I don't know where the dirt went, but when you dig a 4-foot hole, the spoils have to go somewhere. And if you only have a foot of dirt left on top of the pipe once everything's done, the dirt went somewhere. I don't know for a fact. Again, that was prior to my starting here with the city. Was stuck with correcting the problem. So we came in last year, we put in a new structure, we reset the pipe, we also cut in 2 more structures with catch basins, beehives on them and at a lower elevation to offset some of this. I believe that the city chose to go with the tile versus a swale because they were looking to keep that area dry. I don't think anybody wants a swamp ground, so, you know, since I've been on board, we've been trying to keep it dry. We brush hog it at least twice a year, try to keep it mowed down. It's never going to look like a golf course, but we're trying to keep it from being a swamp. So adding a couple more catch basins to keep the area dry, lowering those down, that's some offset there. Yes, we hauled in 40+ loads, but I want to remind the council and the public here that our trucks are 3-ton trucks. It takes about 10 of our trucks to equal a semi-load, to give you an idea of the size. So it's not like we're hauling in 100 semi-loads of dirt. We hauled in less than 100 3-ton loads. So maybe give or take 10 semis, if that. So I went out today, I probed the pipe on where we added fill. I provided some pictures for the council so you can kind of get an idea what we've done over here. The section that we added fill in, we brought it up to about 3 feet of fill on top of that pipe. The pipe still to the west from where we made repairs, I probed that and it is still at about 12 inches. So, I mean, we still run the risk of having a pipe come out of the ground. It was either bring in fill and do this properly with securing that pipe, or you're going to continue to lose pipe out of the ground and it's going to be a bigger issue. So that drains off of the Walnut intersection there and some other properties. So if that doesn't flow, then you're backing water up on the Walnut.
Keith, do you have any comments?
As Lauren had indicated, they added a couple structures out there. We actually looked at that and surveyed it and then came up with some grades to balance the site out. So the areas where they added the inlets, there was material removed to get those areas to drain. So it's a balance. It's not just that the city brought in material. There was material brought out to dig out those lower areas where those additional inlets were installed.
Okay.
So
Is there anything else that you feel we could do down there to take care of that problem? Or have we done what we need to do down there to take care of this?
I think
But
we're
with what we had to deal with.
I mean, the only thing we really have left is clean up. We have to let everything settle, so we're gonna go through there with the Harley rake to kind of smooth things out. This picture here, I don't know if you guys are looking at that one, but that is a good example. This is the area that we hauled dirt into and reshaped and added about a foot and a half of dirt on top of that pipe. That is a good example on how much we added to it. There was already a hump. Was there not already a hump there? There was a hump there, we added to it, and we sloped it off so you can mow it. We gotta maintain this. If it's just this, you can't mow over it. You can't maintain it, you can't cross it. So we added dirt to the sides to slope it off to where we can maintain it. We can look at the amount of fill. We can look at the offsets and we can quantify it all if you'd like, but I don't think what we added was any more than what should have already been there, had the spoils been there. Again, before my time, but if you remove 4 foot of dirt out of the ground for 2,000 feet, you should have had more than 12 inches of topsoil on that thing, so.
I mean, should this whole thing be deeper? I mean, that,
And here's the other thing is you can't make it deeper because the elevations. Where that discharges at the river is as deep as you can go. So whether it's too big of a pipe, wrong project, again, it's not mine. This project was engineered by our previous director. Not by me, not by Keith. Again, I would have done things differently myself, but this was inherited. So the elevations don't allow you to go any deeper than where we're at, because I shot the elevations. Keith actually had
okay.
someone come out, they shot some elevations as well. There's no lowering that pipe. It's as deep as you can go, so.
That pipe is at river level?
Yeah, the discharge is at river level.
Okay. All right, Keith, any more comments for this?
No, he is right, though. I mean, at the west end, if it gets any lower, now you're digging into that little ditch that leads right to the river. So if the pipe is lower, part of it will be full all the time as it just matches the river level.
Okay.
I mean,
Now, when that was put in, they started behind Kingdon somewhere. I don't know exactly behind Kingdon's building.
so they started right by this, I guess Fred Castone's, right? There's a drop off there. That's where we
So
started.
the tile, say upstream on that, going out to the junction and stuff, what size is that tile?
I don't know off the top of my head. I believe it's 36. There's a couple different tiles that tie into that section. One's coming in straight from the east and one coming in from the north, so
So really, we couldn't have went much smaller?
I don't think so. There was an 18-inch pipe in there that was failing prior, and I think that was some of the issues and why that was a swamp ground back there at one point, is what I was told.
Any other comments from the council?
And keeping this property clear is going to help maintain water flow, even above ground. So, I mean, I hope everybody recognizes that we're trying to maintain this property moving forward. Yeah, this isn't going to solve anybody's, this isn't gonna solve the flooding issues in Watseka for sure. I mean, but you have to maintain your waterways. Otherwise, you don't release the water back out when the water levels come down. We can't stop the water from coming up, but it's about discharging it properly,
Okay,
so.
all right. Okay. Thank you for your input. Thank you for the input, also public.
Okay, do we have any more for Public Works?
No.
So we'll be moving to Public Safety?
Public safety's next.
The only thing I have wasn't on the agenda. They did get the batteries in for those tasers. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding between the manufacturer. Kurt was under the impression they were going to send somebody here to train everybody. Instead, they gave him a
Didn't go on top, it's spread out, that's the way they did it.
Are they coming up here or you going down there?
So basically, instead of them coming here and training everybody, they gave a voucher to send one person there to become the trainer.
Oh,
train
okay,
Everybody.
okay,
The advantage of that is we'll have somebody that can train new officers in the future. The disadvantage is gonna be a little farther out before they get the training done
okay.
and get them on the street, but.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thanks, Scott.
That's all I have.
Thanks, Scott. Code enforcement?
Court enforcement, all we have tonight is the facade grant for 123 North 8th Street for $4,836.72. I need a motion and a second.
Make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Peterson,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Garfield,
Yes.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Mensch,
Yes.
Rolfs.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, we have some miscellaneous business to deal with here. First item is to appoint Robert Harwood to the Police Pension Board. I need a motion in a second.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Garfield,
Abstain.
Peterson,
Yes.
DeWitt,
Yes.
Pence. I'm sorry, Miller,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Yes.
Mensch.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next is to appoint Mark Garfield to the Police Pension Board.
One question, in the past, I thought that was, you couldn't be on both. Does that change now?
It's Joe.
I didn't even know this was gonna be up, so I didn't really,
I didn't know it was gonna be on either.
yeah. You wanna just wait till the next meeting so I can look at it?
Okay.
If I give an opinion on it, but nothing's changed.
Yeah,
I
I
can tell
mean-
you that,
It's,
but, whatever.
Can we table it then till?
Yeah, just put it, no.
Yeah,
you
let's
don't
put
even
it
need
on.
to table, just put it on the next agenda, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Remember, we didn't know anything, we went to that,
yeah,
one of the seminars.
I didn't even know it was gonna
And
be
then
on
you
tonight.
resigned, so that's,
I just resigned at that time.
yeah, so I just wanna make sure we're doing, not,
I can try to look at it, but, yeah, just put it on the next agenda and,
Okay. Last item we have in miscellaneous, and this was also included in the new budget, 4% pay increase for code enforcement, the police secretary, the administrative assistant, public works director, the fire chief, and this is effective May the 1st, 2025. And yes, it was budgeted. I need a motion and a second.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Peterson,
Yes.
Rolfs,
Aye.
DeWitt,
Aye.
Miller,
Aye.
Garfield,
Yes.
Mensch.
yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, any other comment from the council? Joe, you have any comments? Anything else?
I have nothing.
Okay. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.